Go.
Good morning students, I am Assistant Professor Manish Chavan. Welcome you all in the e-learning platform of Shiksha Mandal GS College Commerce Wardha. In last lecture we have seen the types of communication. In that we have seen what is one-way communication and what is two-way communication. In today's lecture we would be discussing advantages of one-way communication and disadvantages of one-way communication, and similarly we will see advantages of two-way communication and disadvantages of two-way communication. See, in this session we would be discussing what is the difference between one-way communication and two-way communication. As communication words, it implies the definition that it is the conveying of information from one person to another. So in the very word communication, feedback is essential. Okay, and when you talk about one-way communication, there is no scope for feedback. So the first major drawback of one-way communication is that it is an outdated method. Nowadays one-way communication is considered as outdated method because it does not give opportunity to personal viewpoints, suggestion as such. So that's why this method is not good or not sound to carry out any objective of particular organization. Okay, so advantages of one-way communication is that this is a faster, orderly, and the learning of facts is authoritative. Just for sake of advantages we have written it, but when I say about one-way communication, you should understand that one-way communication is outdated and one-way communication is not essential. This is just a mere issuing of orders. We generally use one-way communication. Okay, though it is faster. Why it is faster? Because any announcement is there, you can issue a particular order and that order has been issued to particular organization. That's why it is a faster. So the suggestion is not required. Okay, even if you like that event, or even if you want to suggest something, that has no scope at all. Okay, that's why it's faster, because suggestion is not the aim of this communication, and it's orderly because here what we do, generally we are just announcing the events. Okay, our main focus is to announce the events, to pass the particular order. Okay, the suggestion, judgment, discussion is not aim of the one-way communication. And learning of facts is authoritative. Here we can take the example of lecture method in class. Suppose a particular teacher is using a lecture method. What he does in particular class, that he just deliver the content. Okay, so interactive session is not the aim of that class. So whatever information he has, he delivers it to the students, but the feedback, whether the student has understood it or not, that has no scope. So that has a limitation, and that's why we call it that this is an outdated method, because there is no scope for individual participation, there is no scope for employee participation in particular organization. And as I mentioned that in communication or in any organizational setup, communication is essential way. How you market your particular product is the main thing that is required to develop the particular organization. Okay, so marketing and communication, these are the essential tools for particular organization to be a successful organization. Okay, so this is, and in this communication there is no scope for individual suggestion, participation, and that's why we call it as outdated method. So rather than focusing on advantages of one-way communication, we should focus only disadvantages of one-way communication, because there is no feedback and does not influence behavior. For example, suppose you have given a particular order to a particular employee. Okay, and if he finds difficult to implement it, so even if he does not understand that particular order, as per his experience, he will decode that particular order in his ideology, and he will implement it. So there won't be any suggestion. So there is a possibility that problem can be arise later. Okay. So this is the major drawback of this method, and it is autocratic. Autocratic means there is no scope for democracy here. Only one person is authority. Okay. So here you can say that the all powers is centralized. Okay. There is no and nowadays what we should focus on is that there should be decentralization. Okay. All employee and their skills should be used to carry out the activities, rather than being authoritative. No, one should be taking into consideration the skills of employee, and there should be individual freedom as such. And when you will give the individual freedom to them, there can be that they will think that they are the accountable to any task. Okay, so they will do it in a proper way. So autocratic and democratic, this is the here in two-way communication, this is a democratic. Okay, so it gives freedom for individual thinking as well. So mere issuing orders and getting things done is the main aim of this method. And as you know that mere issuing orders and getting things done, if that is the objective of particular organization, the only this statement suggests that if that is the motto of the institution, the employee will not be satisfied. Okay, and if they are not getting a personal attention as such, so it is the possibility that they may lose interest to that organization. Okay, so any person who wants to be a manager, or who wants to carry out the different activities in a proper way, then there is a one thing that he should focuses on is that he should think about the individual participation or suggestion or their viewpoints as such. Okay, if that is happening in the institution, then only the communication is going on. Okay, and then only you can say that there is a scope for further improvement. Okay, so this is the disadvantages of this method. So only one thing you should remember, that in that the example would be announcement or orders. Okay, a particular orders has been issued, or the announcement of particular activity. That is the example of one-way communication. Okay, there is no space for discussion, because one-way communication, the only word suggests that it is the autocratic communication, and it has nothing to do with the feedback as such. And as we have mentioned in the communication process, that communication process is only possible when sender has a particular message. Okay, when sender encodes it, and that message when goes through a particular channel, when receiver decodes it, and then there is a proper response. So if the response is not there, there is no communication as such. Okay, so this is a one-way communication, and the two-way communication can be considered as a successful way of communication, because here we are focusing on the interactive session as such, as this communication is also considered as one-way communication, because right now we are conducting a lecture. But even if you if you have understood the concept at the time of examination, you will be judged. But right now this is one-way communication. Okay, so your feedback has no value right now. Okay, so this is the disadvantage. Now advantages of two-way communication is that it is a more audience can take participation in it. Okay, so through that they will be active in the session. Through that their creative ideas can be incorporated and the activities can be carried out. Okay, and learning is more democratic. Okay, they feel that this is something that we are a part of institution. Okay, if employee feels that the manager is always taking suggestion, okay, incorporating his ideas, and then they think that yeah, they will feel safe about that atmosphere on, or they will be more active. Okay, and on the other parts there can be more they will think responsible as well. So nowadays what we focus in this one way communication is, it is more autocratic in nature. Okay, so here what can happen, that the person will think about authority and he may not think about the responsibility as such. But in this two-way communication, they will think that though the person has got some authority, but he will think that we are accountable to that particular job as well. Okay, so through this way, both the parties can work together and the end result will be fruitful. Okay, so open to feedback. So through this method, the active participation would be there. Okay, even if the employee does not like a particular thing, he will point out that thing, and the changes will be incorporated. Okay, then may influence behavior change. For example, if particular orders has been passed, okay, and if the employee has some problem to implement that order, so he will suggest something that we do not have that much particular facility in our organization, so can we carry out in a different way, so that will be incorporated. Okay, so behavioral change would be there. For example, if the live class would be there, and if I explain to you certain topics, okay, and if you have any problem, then at the same time you can get the answer, you can your queries can be solved at the time of examination. So instant behavioral change is there. Okay, so this is the major advantages of two-way communication. Then we have, it creates an atmosphere of mutual trust and cooperation. Okay, because they will feel secure about it, that the manager is taking feedback, suggestion. Okay, and then there will be a mutual trust, and this is very essential for any organization or for any effective communication. No? Or simply you can say this two-way communication is effective, while this one-way communication is ineffective as such. Okay, so for bettering industrial relations as well as mutual trust and cooperation, the two-way communication is essential, because until and unless you won't get proper response from the particular person, you cannot understand the what is going on in his mind. Okay, and until and unless there is no mutual understanding between the employee, there cannot be a successful communication as such. Okay, so this is the advantages of two-way communication, and you should focus more on two-way communication. Okay, and the disadvantages, as I told you that though we have written here three advantages of one-way communication, but you should focus more on disadvantages. And these disadvantages of one-way communication can be considered as advantages of two-way communication. And the only one disadvantages of two-way communication, I have taken only one. If you find some other disadvantages, you can write it down. But as this is very essential, I have written only one disadvantage, that is it is a slower and takes more time, because when you want to take individual participation as such, then it needs time. For example, if I want to carry out any activities in the class, okay, and if my objective is that I need to give more like a personal attention to each and every student in the class, then it is obvious that it requires time. While in lecture method, if you have 30 minutes, you can cover it up. Okay, because no individual feedback is there, no personal participation is not there. Okay, no queries are not there, because even if you raise one question, okay, and if that question has different dimensions as such, then it takes time to cover up all these dimensions. Okay, and if one way communication is going on, what we consider that we assume that everything that has been discussed in the class you have understood it in a very good manner. Okay, so this is the biggest disadvantages of two-way communication. So until now we have seen different types of communication, where we have seen according to mode, oral and written communication. Then we have seen according to medium, electronic and print communication, where we have discussed one is the advanced form of technology, while a second is the oldest form of technology. After that we have seen according to number of participants, where we have discussed about dyadic and group communication. And this is our last but one topic of this particular unit under communication, is that according to direction, where we have discussed in detail one way and two way communication. Okay, in last lecture we have seen the nature of one way communication and two way communication. In today's lecture we have discussed advantages and disadvantages of one way and two way communication. And now in this particular unit under communication, the last types of communication is that according to purpose. Okay, in today's lecture I will give some brief introduction about business communication and general communication. That is, in business communication you say that only business related information is communicated, that is considered as business communication, while general communication is general information except business is communicated, that is considered as general communication. Okay, it again needs that business communication needs specific format, because it is a formal setting. Okay, it needs a specific format as such, while in general communication different format is used, because it is a personal communication, it is informal one, so you can write anything in that. Okay, here in business communication there is no scope for personal feeling, because it is very restricted, it has certain objectives. Okay, it is a very formal one, while it has a personal touch. Okay, so in business communication feedback is essential for the success of business communication. As I told you that two-way communication is essential and feedback and response is essential. And you can take a simple example. For example, if you start up your own business, okay, and when you will say that you are a successful businessman, if only the response is good. Okay, for example, if you have one particular shop, okay, and nobody is coming to your shop, what will you do? You will have to close it down, because response is something, feedback is something is very essential in business communication. Nowadays, if you are a movie lovers, okay, so even if the product is zero of particular movie, no, the way they are marketing it. For example, if you have seen the Amir Khan movies or Salman Khan movies, or if you have seen any movie that has a good content, okay, but the label brand is not that much great. Okay, and the way they are marketing and the way the second one is marketing, and just because of effective communication, no, the response is high, and the response is something that is a output of your business. Okay, that is a financial output or any beneficial output. So this is something that when the word business is involved in, response is important, and response is important, that's why communication is important, because only if the end product is good, only then you can say that the effective communication has been done. Okay, so the feedback is the essential for the success of business communication, while in general communication feedback is not essential factor as such. Okay, because the personal emotion that has a different value, but in business related word feedback is essential. Okay, so through this way, this is the last topic of our unit. Okay, in today's lecture we would be discussing the advantages and disadvantages of business and general communication. Okay, thank you friends. Meanwhile, be safe, stay home. Thank you.